All right, so let's see. We've got about a little over half an hour to the opening bell. Um, this morning, I'm grateful to be back in my home office here, and yeah, sitting tight. So we've got some gappers this morning. Leading gapper, BCAN up about 193%. So BCAN, this one I've already gotten a few trades on. It's got some interesting range. I'm actually going to do a dip right there at 24. This is a flat bottom right here. I keep trying to go in this on dip trades, and then basically I'm still looking for the breakthrough VWAP. So over 13 for me is an add for the squeeze back to 1370. So adding right there to anticipate the break back through 13. And what we want to see on this is that bottoming pattern. So there's 13 on the ask, new orders at 13.10. So watching right here for the breakthrough 13. Added it 1291 right there. So I like to do quick adds right underneath these levels, half dollars, whole dollars. And then there's a bid at 93, hit the bid for now and holding 600 shares, now holding 300. This, it's got to get over 13. And because I added high, my initial cost basis was only 1223, but then added a little higher. There you go. There's 1318. So now I can take a little profit as it breaks through 13. Average now is 1259. So cost basis went up. 1259 when it's 1260 by 1293, 1295, I'm break even or up 30 cents, but I've added. So my cost basis is higher, but my position's bigger. I'd like to see it get back above VWAP. We'll see if it does. So holding right now, smaller position. High of this candle's 1364. So the flat bottom was what I was looking at there. Flat bottom at 11.99. Trading against flat bottoms when something's below VWAP, it does carry a little bit more risk. You've got to be a little careful on that, but it certainly can work. By the way, let's see. Getting the YouTube channel up and running here. So for those tuning in, reminder as always, trading is risky and my results are not typical. So make sure you take it slow and don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. Practice this simulator before you put real money on the line. I also want to remind you guys that the YouTube channel is slightly delayed behind the ultra low latency broadcast that goes out to Day Trade Dash members and Warrior Pro members. So if you are interested in having access to the ultra low latency broadcast, you should check out either Day Trade Dash or Warrior Pro. Let's see, profit loss per share. Thank you. Yeah, my layout got changed here from being on vacation. There we go. All right, so let's see. So BCAN, again, it's the leading gapper, which is why I'm focusing on it as much as I am. I think it makes sense to focus on it, but we do have a bit more risk since it's below volume weighted average price. We want to see it get back above that level. All right, so high back here was 1312 or so. So watching this area, added back there at 82 for the break of 1320. And added right there at 1305. So now as we see it coming up, we're looking for 1325, holding 700 shares. A little profit there at 1315, watching for an add back. High of this candle is 1320. Added at 1318 for the break of 20. There's profit coming up to 39. 1362 is our 200 moving average, or sorry, our volume weighted average price. Took a little profit. Now looking for whether or not it's going to get back through VWAP. Still about $1,200 shy of my daily goal. There's 1360. There's 14 on the ask. So now that we're breaking VWAP, we want to see how well it holds this area. High was 14. Pivot back here is 1450. So this is a spot where we certainly could reject and go back to 13. It may not hold. I'd like to see it hold. So just watching. Added right there for the break of 14. You've got green on the tape. Now watch 1425. Let's see if it squeezes through 1425. Added right there, 1420. Now looking for the move up to 1430, 1440. As it goes a little higher, those are profit opportunities with an average of 1408. Not huge, but each one of these trades adds a little more profit. Now we're coming up a little closer to this resistance area that so this is kind of interesting because we've gone through two resistance areas here. Watching this. Took a little more profit there at 18 and flat the rest. I'm going to look for a pullback around 1368. Why 1368? Because I want to see a retest of volume weighted average price. High of this candle is 1441. So we're waiting for a 1 minute pullback pattern. So let's see if we break 14 or if it holds. You've got 1403 on the bid, 600 shares, 1406. This candle has a bit of a, well, it's not quite a topping tail. It's just a doji, I guess. So this is momentum trading. Stock's up 237%. There we go. So partial fill at 91 to buy the dip, and then add at 26, and now look for 46 and 56 for extension higher. There's 75. So nice dip trade, averages $14.17. You never know if they're going to bounce like that or if they're going to be a little slower in the bounce. High of this candle is 1476. New order goes at that level, 1476. Added there at 77. Now looking for the breakthrough 15. Profit up at 89. There's 15 on the ask. So a couple nice trades there. Profit at 97. Watching for another dip and then a retest of 15. $15.06. So that's kind of interesting. It just popped right through that level. Your next level is 1639 pre-market. Not sure if we're going to get all the way to there, but we'll see. So the high of that candle was 1525. I added at $15.13 there. Looking for the breakthrough 1525 and see if we squeeze up to 1550. Such a strong breakthrough VWAP. Adding right there at 35. Now looking for the squeeze up to 16. Adding at 65, and there's 89. Can we get the break of 16? 1639 is the next target. Added at 88, 1588. So now I'm looking for the squeeze through 16. Profit at 1610. Nice trade. So we're coming up to our profit target in this spot here. Average is 1547. High of this candle 1610. Added there, short covering through 1650. There's 1648. Profit 1648. This is the profit target. I don't know, kind of surprised it's breaking that, but this is a flat top right here, but if it's breaking it, it's breaking it. Added there, now looking for a squeeze. There you go. There's $18. That's a short squeeze. Holding at 1689. So what you basically got there was a capitulation squeeze. I didn't expect that, but sometimes you get it. So your high is 19. Now you're getting short sellers a moment of reprieve as it's kind of like it's high, but it's holding back. Added right there for 19. Now looking for the breakthrough 1950. Little profit in 1936. Holding 450 shares. Average is 1780. It just made sense that it would have resistance at 1639, and it really didn't. So new high is 1950. Wow. Nice trades. Hindsight's always 2020. But okay, so that is probably, I don't know. I mean, the fact that it made that big of a move certainly shows the potential, but I don't know if we're going to be able to have a nice 1 minute pullback in this area because it's so extended. So shorts are probably now thinking, all right, well, stop high of 1950, whatever, 1955. And this is an area where you have double top risk, which would then create an even stronger short off the double top. So in this area, I watched the tape. Hey, girl. So added there with green on the tape and looking for the break back through 19. That was a 2,000 share trade, and there's 1950. The average is 1850. Added there. Now looking for the squeeze up to 20. So watch 65 and 75. Adding at 75. Now looking for ascension up through $20. There's 96. Profit at 96. New orders at 20. Bought the dip at 48. Looking for the retest at $20. There's 2040. Look at that squeeze. Added there 2035. Next add is 2065 and looking for the ascension up through $30. holding 1,000 shares. Sorry, up through $21. 25 was pre-market high. Flat for now, letting it pull back. Dip at 82. There's 2008. Profit there. There's 2055. Holding 250 shares, 1987. High is 65. Added there at 60 for the squeeze up to 21. Watching 75 and 85 for ads. And then the extension through $21 a share. Look at that. Added right there. Now looking for 21.50. See how all of a sudden it's printing 21. You get that nice squeeze. Watching for the retest of 21. And then 21.10. There's 21.15. There's some profit. We're up 400%. Holy moly. It's very extended up here. 10,000 share bidder. That could be someone, that could be a spoof order. I don't know. We'll see. Haven't seen too many big orders like that. Yeah, you see that big order pops up and then the order's gone. So I want to see if it holds 1955. I could put an order at 1975. No fill at 1975. It came down right to 77. My order at 75, no fill. Added at 81. Trying to buy the dip there off of that previous level. And there's 50 cents profit. Unwinding the position. Okay, so we still have our pre-market level at 25. First 1 minute candle to make a new high is certainly a setup to watch. So that candle closed red with that topping tail. That's a reversal indicator. So watching as it dips down, the low there was 19. Yeah, I mean, the spreads are tolerable. They're a little bigger, but they're tolerable. Reminder for those tuning in on YouTube, trading is risky. My results are not typical, so make sure you take it slow. You should practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line. And a reminder, we don't track the typical result of traders in our community, so we can't make any guarantee that you're any more or less likely to succeed, whether you learn from me or trade on your own. We are certainly proud of those who have found success, but trading is risky. So this area does have a higher risk of a false breakout on BCAN, just because it's a red candle that preceded this 5-minute candle. Right? So there's the false breakout. Dip for me at 1885. So I like to try to buy dips on those types of pullbacks. Even if it's only 10, 15 cents on 1,000 shares, small little base hit is nice. Looking for the next pullback. 1750 is the 20 moving average on the 1-minute chart. So that's a spot to watch. Okay, so we've got about 12 minutes to the opening bell. We've got a couple of stocks showing some serious strength. BCAN hit a high of about 400% gain. The high was 2140 of that move. Of course, earlier it was up at $25 a share. So, these are the levels that we're working with. It clearly shows it has the potential to put in some huge candles. So, definitely something to watch. So I'm going to put it on side chart. Second leading gapper is PRPL. Let's see. This received a non-binding offer, buyout offer. It's not loading, but there it is at $4.35 a share. Unsolicited non-binding offer. Those are tough. I'm not in love with that catalyst, so leaving that one alone for now. Float's a little higher. SNTI 217. It's pulling back. It's below VWAP. KNBE. Worth watching. FOXO. Sold off pretty hard. HOLO. HOLO. We'll watch it. So high is 36. Has bigger spreads right now. Lighter volume. BCAN on a pullback. Dip at 27 right there. Buying the dip. I want to see if it pops back up. This is right off the 20 moving average. Added at 1850. Now looking for the squeeze. There's 1870. 1872, that's a profit target. We'll see if it goes higher. Cost basis is 1841, so about 20 cents a profit off of that moving average, the 20 exponential moving average. Just a dip right now. MACD's against the trade, but I'm okay with that because it's a dip off of a moving average. So watching BCAN for another possible dip. The 5-minute chart still has 4 minutes left on the current 5-minute candle. It's setting up, but it's not quite there yet. Flat on the rest of BCAN for now. Watching for a little more pullback to do another dip trade. Big seller at 18 on ARCA. Hidden seller there at 1775. VWAP is 1664. Share size generally smaller on BCAN. 3,000, 2,000 shares, 3,000. That last dip was 2,000 shares. So generally smaller positions, but we've gotten a couple big moves. I think 4,000, maybe 5 was the highest. So not even trading big size. Added on BCAN at 17. 1,000 shares starter because we're getting close to the volume weighted average price. And watching back over 1750. There's 1732 added there for the break of 1750. There's 1760. There's profit at 43. Average is 1718. So best exit was 43. Flat on the rest there at 88. Watching for another attempt. Another dip trade off of VWAP. Remember, students at Warrior and students on members over at Day Trade Dash have access to my ultra low latency broadcast. Starter on HOLO there at 34 for the breakthrough 36. High of this candle is 36. New order goes at 36 to add. And then we'll look for a move up to 37, 38. So high of this candle right there is 36. Watching over that level for the double top breakout. And we'll see if we get a move through 36, 37, and up towards 40. So watch HOLO over 35 and 36. This one's a recent SPAC merger. There's 35 on the ask. BCAN side chart. HOLO added at, let's see, order didn't fill. Putting a new order to add at 31. This is forming a 1-minute ABCD pattern. And then we're going to look for the break through 36 and 37 going into the open for a move up to $40. Green on the tape. New order 35.20. So first 5-minute candle to make a new high is going to be over 35. This is definitely a wild card stock. It has the potential to put in a pretty big move. It already has. So we'll see if we get a squeeze up to 40. Profit target, put an order at 38 for the move up to 40. So let's watch this over $35 a share. There's 35.94. There's 36.70. Watching profit at 35.30, new order 37. High of this candle 35.94, needs to break 36. BCAN still watching. We'll watch for it to get back above VWAP. New orders at 36 on HOLO. BCAN watching. Flat the rest of HOLO. We'll let it pull back. Try again. Small winner. Added on BCAN at 75 there. Green on the tape. Quick little scalp trade from 75 up to 80, 90. 1,000 shares. Leaving my order on HOLO at 36. Watching on BCAN for a trade off of 15. Added at $15. Average is 15.20 now. Holding smaller size. Flat the rest of BCAN at 24. From the average, was able to make a small gain on it, but not a big gain. HOLO should have broken out there. My goodness, it's almost 9:30. It's the opening bell. Wow. All right, well, let's watch the open here. Those on YouTube, you're getting a little bit of a longer morning show than usual. Waiting for BCAN to reclaim VWAP right now. HOLO halt down 30.20. BCAN needs to get back through 1645. Those on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Appreciate you guys being here as always. Gonna keep the morning show going a little bit longer, and then I'll do a recap. So this morning, I'll probably combine them both into one episode here. So live trading, $18,774 on BCAN plus $894 on HOLO. Someone said they wanted to go YOLO on HOLO, but TD Ameritrade said no. I guess TD Ameritrade blocking the orders, as some brokers will from time to time. BCAN still below VWAP here. So a little bit of a wild ride this morning. Almost $20,000 of profit, but not done yet. 1633 to 1648. So we're right into this resistance point here on BCAN. And, you know, this today's actually going to push me across, well, based on where I sit right now, my goal on the month of September. I was sitting at $84,000 on the month with a goal of 100. So this is going to push me through that goal. And we've still got, well, it's the 19th. So I think we still have 2 full weeks left, right? Yeah, we still have 9 days left after today. Watch for possible false halts. That was close. It started to thin out there. That almost did a false halt. It was really close. And now it's showing a $12.20 resumption. So remember, this is such a typical level, that volume weighted average price. That would have been a good short to short off the VWAP, being that it was a pop into the VWAP below moving averages, especially of the 20. That could have been a great short there for those that had shares available to borrow and had a higher risk tolerance, which is certainly not everybody. So 2 of the gappers on the downside. SHPH hit a high of 1014. There's 1010. Nice. There's 1025. Nicely done. 1050, 1040 was the next level. No trade on it yet for me. You know, this is trading. Easy come, easy go. I've had days where I've made $20,000, $30,000 and given it all back and finished red. I've had days where I've gone red and finished in the green. So this is risky stuff. And we're trading high risk stocks. You know, we're not trading, I'm not trading at least large caps. I'm trading small cap stocks. These are volatile stocks. But of course, the reason I started trading these stocks when I was getting started was because I needed to focus on stocks that were making bigger percentage moves. With a smaller account, you know, I just, with a smaller account, I couldn't afford to day trade Apple, you know, or Netflix, or I don't know when Netflix IPO'd, but I couldn't afford to trade those stocks. So I focused on the small caps. You know, it's easier from $3 to $3.30. That's 10%. That's a 10% move. If you buy 1,000 shares and you have $3,000 in your account's up 10% in one day. You know, those are the type of stocks that I focused on. And they do have a bit of a limit to scalability, especially with the sort of like quick, aggressive trading. You know, you can't really invest millions of dollars into these, but you can day trade them. So I'm sort of hesitating on SHPH. I had been looking at it for a long around off of 9 59.60 earlier, but it broke that level, and I'm a little cautious on chasing it because it's shown big moves, but it's also shown some pretty nasty rejections. If you remember on Friday, like this went up $4, $3 a share, and then came all the way back down. It didn't hold up super well. For those tuning in on YouTube, I'll remind you that our back to school sales at Warrior are ending tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow at midnight. So if you are thinking about becoming a Warrior Starter member or a Warrior Pro member, this would be the last 24, 48 hours to join. So make sure you check out the coupon codes that we've got going on right now. Both membership levels give you access to my ultra low latency broadcast and to my scanners. You also have access to a trading simulator, which is where we want you to practice because we don't want you to put real money on the line until you've first proven profitability in a sim. Let's be honest, if you can't make money in a simulator, you have no business trading with real money. So practice in a simulator and I'll give you free access to one, right? So practice in a simulator until you've proven profitability, then flip the switch. Starter is my basic 15 chapter how to day trade class, covers all the basics of day trading. And then the pro includes my small cap strategies. It's a 25 chapter class now. Okay, HOLO showing a $28 resumption right now. So it's 9:37. There's no discounts on Dash right now. We did have a Labor Day sale that just finished, and we'll, I'm sure, do a sale at some point. For sure, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but I don't know if there'll be something sooner on Dash. Although you could just do month to month, and then when a sale comes around, cancel your monthly and upgrade to an annual using the sale coupon code. FOXO. Also, we do have a VIP list on Dash. I'll give you the link to that. We email out, from time to time, like 24-hour special sales or bundles, things like that. But that's only for people on the email list, so you can check that out. Okay, there's the VIP list. So FOT or FOXO, this one's below VWAP, no interest in it right now. VTAQ, V is in Victor. Looks like a SPAC. HOLO. Still showing 28. Would watch it for a red to green move if it gets through 36. Have to trade that one with smaller share size. The halt down, it's already on 10-minute long halt. BCAN, watching for dips. So watching BCAN for a dip on resumption. SNTI. Yep, nice. 238 coming back up. Would love to see a break through 250. Just watching scans right now. So the bulk of the action, as you saw, was pre-market so far today. HOLO on a second gap down, but watching just in case it false halt. But it looks like it's a halt down, solid halt down, no false halt. BCAN, do we have similar risk of a second halt down? I don't know about that. 13 is the 200 moving average, but it's a pretty high volume red candle at the open. S&P coming up a little bit. Sometimes traders who find that small caps are, too fast will gravitate towards large caps, which is fine. That's one approach. They're much more forgiving if you're going to swing trade them, which makes sense. But they are hard to day trade. I think that there's a lot of different ways to day trade small caps. You've got aggressive breakout trading, scalp trading, and you can trade both of those long or short. You could be a scalp trader to the short side, scalp trader to the long side. You could be a trend trader to the long side or the short side. So there's a lot of variations within small caps of how you can trade them. But, the stocks are going up 100, 200, 300% in one day. These, you're just not going to find these anywhere else except for in the small cap space. Nice. Halt up is 1386. I had an order at 1215, but I canceled it. First Solar been making a nice move over the last year. This company's been around for a long time. I think it might have been this day here. This day, the stock goes from $27 to $40 a share in 2013. I'm not 100% sure if it was that day, but there was a day, I think it was an earnings leak that got out and that stock went crazy. Another day there, 655 to 70. BCAN, just not holding up. So the clean action today was pre-market. There are times, and HOLO had a good shot at it. Gap and go for a breakthrough 36. It could have halted up, and then you're getting that move to 40, 45, 50. That one had a good shot at it because it was holding really strong going into the open. But today, the strength was pre-market. So now you have two options. You say, all right, well, I'm gonna keep trading here and watch the red to green move. Look for red to green moves. Maybe it's on one of these two. You certainly have a huge amount of range on both of them. So, the market's still open. You can keep trading them. You can look for dips, try to catch bounces for a curl back up. You don't get that much of a sell-off without getting a bounce. So you will get a bounce at some point. You'll get a bounce on HOLO, and those can give you opportunities. Maybe they go back to the high, maybe not. And then the other approach is to say, well, based on how I did pre-market, I'm at almost four times the daily goal, and it's only 9:45. This could be a good day to throw in the towel. Now, here's the deal. If we had seen really strong action at the open, I would have traded really aggressively, and this could have been a $35,000, $45,000, $50,000 day. If HOLO had squeezed through 36 to a halt up and then dip and rip gap higher, that's all we needed. And this could have been a huge day. And I would have been willing to take the risk because coming into the open, I was already up so much. I had a good profit cushion to take that risk. But the bell rings and then all of a sudden you have this halt down. So that's disappointing. And then BCAN, the bell rings and it's already below VWAP. It's already starting to pull back too much. So it wasn't positioned well. It comes to VWAP as a retest and then fades off that level. So, and then SHPH, this is the action. You can see they're all back down. So now you've got to kind of wait for things to reset and see, will something prove itself? Will something hold? And that's going to take a little time, aside from doing maybe dips off the low. Waiting for a true red to green move, that's going to take a little time. So I'm going to sit tight for a little bit, sitting at $19,666.80. Not bad for what's been really about 2.5 hours of trading. It's pretty good. So I'm pleased with that. I don't really feel like I left too much on the table. I think I maximized pretty well on the opportunities we had. Certainly could have made more on BCAN. Had some great entries on it off of my, of course, best entry was down here off the double bottom at 12, the flat bottom. Wish in hindsight I'd bought 10,000 shares. Could have made 100 grand as it came back up. But there was no way I knew it was going to go that high. A trade below VWAP, MACD against it, carries high risk. So I bought like 2,000 shares or 1,000 shares. I don't remember, but a smaller position. Got green on it. And then it, just went a lot stronger than I thought. But of course, the trades up here where I was adding as it broke through this level, 1655, 1675, 17, when we got that squeeze up to 19, how many shares are you going to buy at the very top? Because when you do that and then it flushes back down to 1450 or 1550 and you take a huge loss, you feel pretty silly. You're thinking, why did I take my biggest position of the day at the highs? That was a FOMO move. So you take smaller size, you add a little bit more profit, and you just think, all right, well, next time I'm going to try to be more aggressive. And so if we start seeing, these patterns more and more frequently, that's when we're coming into a hotter market where I start to just have a much stronger long bias and I have more conviction, more confidence, and I will start trading with bigger size. And we might start seeing, $50,000, $100,000 days again. This is the right time of year. We're coming into the right time of year. So, and I'm also grateful today that I broke my goal for the month of 100 grand. So sitting now, my goal was 100 grand, 25,000 a week. So I was at 84,000 yesterday or Friday. So adding 20,000 to that, it's going to put me at 105,000 approximately. So I could take the rest of the month off. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to trade the rest of the month and I'm going to see if I can just keep chipping away at the goal, which is 100K each month for the rest of the year. I want to add 400,000 in profit between September, October, November, December. So I've got 100 already. I've got 300 to go. So this is part of it being a marathon, not a sprint. It's nice to have nice green days, but you don't want to lose sight of the fact that you've still got somewhere you're trying to get to. And I think that that's a good motivator for being disciplined, is keeping in mind where you're trying to get to. Because the only way to get there is being disciplined and being willing to be patient when things are slow. So 9 days left in September. If I can still average 5,000 a day, roughly, and my average has been like 7,000 a day right now. But if I average 5,000 a day, that'll add another $40,000, 45,000 in profit. That'll put me up around 150 on the month. And then I'll only have 250 to go to the goal. If I have a really strong October, who knows? Maybe I'll hit the goal in October or early November. And then that's why they call it Black Friday, because that's when you go in the from in the red to in the black on the year. And then anything you make Black Friday through the rest of the year is just icing. Now, because I set my goal lower at to be at $1 million on the year, anything past, it's not like I'm just going to gamble past hitting that million. I'm still going to try to keep my head down and finish the year with as much as I can. So where I'm at on the year right now is $865,000 in gross profit, which is great. But commissions, especially from earlier in the year, were substantial. So my net profit is 700. So I've got 300,000 to go to get over $1 million. My profit loss ratio this year has been negative. Average winners have been smaller than average losers. My biggest loser is bigger than my biggest winner. But I've turned that around this month. Profit loss ratio is great. The average winners are small, only $660, but the average losers are small too. Accuracy 75%. Biggest winner 12 grand, biggest loser 1,500. That's great. If we go back to September or August, profit loss ratio 600 by 400, that's good. If we go back to July, profit loss ratio 540 by 388. This is including up until current. If we go back to June, I had a couple bigger losses in June, so profit loss ratio, a little closer to 1-to-1. If we go back to May, this might tie it up. Let's see. May starts to get, again, a little closer, 1-to-1 profit loss ratio. If we go to April, now we're almost tied on profit loss ratio. And March might swing it to the other side. Yep. So things have been better since April for me. And that was because of a willingness to be very disciplined. And I really got more disciplined in mid-June. Mid-June, after those losses right here, had like some nice days, then gave it all back in 2 days, was super frustrated. Couple good days there, gave it back. Market was closed on this day, slow on that day, no trades that day, slow, and then just kind of got dialed in. Sometimes you have to take a couple days off to sort of recenter. And now I've been on a nice hot streak since then, really. So this was a big turning point for me in June, right there. So nice bounce on BCAN, about $2 a share, a little over $2 a share. HOLO halted up, nice bounce. So that's it for me. Coming up to 10 a.m. I have a couple things I need to do. Just getting settled back in. I've got to catch up on some emails and some other work. I've got a couple traders that I'm working with, helping them build out their classes. So I want to go over those and give them some feedback. All right, so I'll let you guys go. Good luck if you keep trading, manage your risk, and we'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. All right, see you in the morning. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And reminder, of course, as always, I'll just say it again, trading is risky. My results are not typical, so take it slow, manage your risk. There's no guarantee that you'll make money, whether you trade on your own or you learn from me, so take it slow. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.